The 2022 draft had its fair share, well of a fair share, of its ups and downs for the Eagles when you take it on a surface level. I am included, I will admit. However, when it boils down to it, I think Howie Roseman had us all defeated by the element of surprise. Bar brothers and sisters alike, what is up? For it is I. Lindy Endzone is in for the touchdown, taking the lead for the Philadelphia Eagles, one video at a time. And I'll tell you what, over the course of the last few days and leading up to the draft, the support has been quite phenomenal. And, well, in terms of the future of what's going on with me, it ever grows so closer in anticipation to the LinkedIn podcast that will be starting next Friday at 8 p.m. over at Philly Jim's channel, and I'm just continuing to wait and just in anticipation for that to happen. But nonetheless, as we get into the video for here, before we do, I think you already know what the deal is by now. Of course, while I don't cover the Mavericks anymore and the diversity of fandom that I still possess, as my Mavs will be facing the Phoenix Suns in round 2 of the playoffs, and the Braves still trying to win the division for the 5th year in a row. If you're new around here, if I do a good enough job for you that you may want to stick around, the subscribe button is free, the like button is free, as is in part with the helping of the algorithm with this, just trying to grow my channel as best I can every single day. But with that out of the way, did not mean for that to rhyme at all. But yeah, as I have thought, I did not see this coming. I don't think a lot of Eagles fans have seen this coming. And to me, it boils down to when we were going into waiting on to see what Howie Roseman was going to do with this draft class. It was more about the means of why couldn't the Eagles wait to give him an extension? And, well, as it so seems, this must have been the plan that was in place the whole time, in dissecting their strategy on how they were going to go through this draft. And I wanted to compile it as a whole, for a quick video and just analyze to help us understand what had happened in a totality before we get into some further detail with videos that would come up after this. But I wanted to boil it down into, put everything into the same pot and give a generalization as to what happened. We have not been used to the last few years in this kind of a draft class. And what I mean by that is the fact that I don't think that there was. Now, a lot of these picks were safe picks, if we can put it at that. They were common picks. They were systematic picks based on who Howie Roseman is as a GM and the vision that he has for this football team in terms of building not just for the present but for the future, as through going through the draft is supposed to be. The majority of these picks were a quality perspective over quantity. And I think the quantity aspect is one thing that we have been used to for quite some time, and trying to add bodies to a room full of veterans and figuring out, well, who are going to be the next group of individuals that take the veterans' places. And, well, now that the team is starting to get younger, now they're starting to flip the script a little bit, and they go after prospects like Jordan Davis, and they take chances on guys like Nakobe Dean. Overall, I see no complaints whatsoever in what Howie Roseman was able to do. And granted, this probably wouldn't have been done if the draft did not fall the way it did, especially the surprise with the amount of quarterbacks that were still falling towards day 2 and day 3. I think part of that had to do with it, as a obvious analysis as we were going through rounds 1 and so on and so forth. But overall, as a simplification, like I said in the beginning, I think Howie Roseman had us all beat in terms of surprising us with his overall vision on where he wants this football team going, not just for 2022, but to be able to keep the picks that you compiled from previous trades over the course of time, and still having an extra first rounder for next year and having an extra second rounder for 2024, and being able to pull off what he did. Is there a sense of redemption in there from the misses and the mistakes that were made in the past? There absolutely is. But at the end of the day, now what we have to see through OTAs and training camp and everything else that comes with it, especially with this coaching staff, they got to put the pen to paper, so to speak, and lay all the cards on the table, and now show us in the work that you put into the draft. Show us a team out of that. Show us a team that we can better confidently say that is a clear-cut playoff contender. Show us a team that is going to eventually get back to the promised land like they so did in working the magic that Howie Roseman was able to do back in 2017. Now it's showtime, and that will be coming in the eventful months leading up to the regular season. What do you guys got to prove from here on out? And those are my initial thoughts of the draft as a whole. We will be getting into further detail as I detail the players specifically that were taken. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments on the job that Howie Roseman has done for the 2022 draft class. Also, including the undrafted free agents, which is another topic in itself. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts down below, as I always love to converse with you guys down there. And that'll be it for me. Fly Eagles fly. For brothers and sisters, you already know the deal. This has been Lindy. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Have a good day. And I will see you next time.